come with us, this time to Los Angeles, where you can visit most of the iconic sites in a day and fairly cheaply. Starting with a hike for city views on the way to the Griffith Observatory, before checking out the Hollywood Walk of Fame, and then exploring Sunset Boulevard, Beverly Hills and Rodeo Drive, home to the famous Pretty Woman Hotel. After which we take a stroll on Santa Monica Pier and take a bike ride to Venice Beach. And as a regular to the city, we'll show you some neighbourhoods you might not be familiar with. So come see how much we can see of LA in a day. So we've just got the Uber to drop us at the bottom end of Griffith Park at the West Observatory Trail. And as you can see up here, you've got the car parks here. You just get on this trail and walk straight up. There's two paths up. One is a little bit easier and gentle, that's what we're going for. Take about 45 minutes. And there's one that's a little bit steeper, takes about 30 minutes, but great views all the way up. So see how we go and see how easy the easy path is. And having done the steeper path many times before, the easier path was to be a new experience for me. And there we are, straight from the car park onto the walking trail. We even have, bizarrely, a trumpet recital going off. And then you just take the path and off we go. But having asked some locals for directions, we were soon to find out this path wasn't as easy as we'd hoped. So this is a case where you trust your map and your instincts rather than ask a local who gives you the wrong information. So see the playground here and the public restrooms? There are three paths. Don't take that one, take that one. Somebody sent us on a bootleg that went nowhere. That's the steeper climb we should do, so go for the harder one. And of all things, we stopped and got directions from Moby, who put us on the right path, so hopefully we'll get there now. Once you pass the tree line, the rather big dome at the top gives it away. Maybe we should have just walked a few more yards. Never mind. And as you can see by the hyperventilating and the gradient, definitely the bit more challenging climb, but never mind. So we've just snaked our way all the way around there on that bootleg. And the final push to the summit. God, it sounds like climbing Everest. Now, despite the fact I could be in a little bit better shape, the hike is not too bad if you take it at a steady pace. However, as I kept stopping to film, I then had to run uphill to catch my friends back up. So I'm absolutely sweating my backside off. But still worth it. Still only first thing in the morning. God knows what it'll be like later, but there we go. Hollywood sign and Griffith Observatory. And despite the exertion, this is one of my favourite things to do in LA. Ending at the iconic observatory that has been featured in so many Hollywood movies. And although it wasn't open yet due to our early morning start, we'll leave links in the description as always should you want to go inside and explore. So absolutely sweating, bit of a workout, glad I didn't go to the gym this morning, but well worth it still all the same. And although not open, can still access the rear balcony, and from where you will get some of the best views of LA. Now many people will be tempted to hike to the Hollywood sign instead. However, the viewing point behind the sign is nowhere near as impressive as this incredible Art Deco building. Plus there is no car park nearby, so at least here you can just Uber up if you're feeling a bit lazy. So yeah, this is definitely one of the must-dos. You know, you don't have to hike up like we did and get all hot and sweaty, but definitely just get an Uber up here to come because the views are absolutely incredible. Now to be transparent, I'd filmed these segments over a number of days in our free time, however could easily combine into a single day itinerary. So our next stop was Hollywood Boulevard with the TCL Chinese Theatre, Dolby Theatre and the iconic Walk of Fame. Now I'm showing my age as I incorrectly reference it as the Kodak Theatre, its previous name, but the Dolby Theatre is the home of the Oscars and where you can climb the famous staircase adorned with Academy winner names. So here we are on the Hollywood Walk of Fame outside the famous Kodak Theatre from the Oscars. I'll be honest, you don't need a whole lot of time around here. You've got obviously the stars. There's a lady over there who you can actually have your name put on a star and have it taken next to Steven Spielberg if you wish. But you know, frankly, there's nice parts to this road, but there's also some not so salubrious places, so probably a quick stop off here is all that is needed. Now, many people like the interaction with the costumed characters, but if not, like us, come first thing, where it was considerably quieter. Apparently freshly laid yesterday, Kelly Clarkson. And it's here you can board the hop-on hop-off bus and also the Celebrity Star Homes tours. Both can be pre-booked in advance or available from this kiosk here. Now, I don't usually do hop-on and hop-off buses. However, one of our group had not been to LA before, so it was a great way to cram in a lot of sights and gave an unobstructed view, something we couldn't have achieved from the window of an Uber. I'll put links in the description as always, but we took the red route all the way down to the Beverly Centre, where you can also change to the blue route that goes up and down to the beaches. And although we got off there, the whole loop takes about 2 hours back. Leaving Hollywood behind, we then travel down Sunset Boulevard, passing the historic Chateau Marmont Hotel and then the iconic Art Deco Sunset Tower Hotel, before then passing the newer, trendier hotels of the Andaz and the Mondrian, where the young, trendy and wealthy people stay. Passing another American classic, Mel's Drive-In Diner. We also passed the Viper Room on the left and coming up on the right, Whiskey A Go Go. The route then took us through the trendy West Hollywood area before arriving at the leafy suburbs of Beverly Hills, with avenues of impressive mansions with price tags to match. And it was here just off Santa Monica Boulevard and Beverly Gardens Park we were dropped so we could go explore Rodeo Drive. And if, like us, your pockets are not deep enough to afford some retail therapy here, it was intriguing to just wander around and see how the other half live. Although we did not film, we did put our head into one or two of the establishments, where it was quite amusing to gauge the reaction from being very accommodating to some more tolerable, but thankfully not at the Julia Roberts experience level. So, lacking a Richard Gere character to fund our shopping expedition, there seemed only one obvious choice on where to find one. And any self-respecting rom-com or Pretty Woman film fan could not help but recognise this iconic facade. The Beverly Wilshire did not disappoint and was characterful and opulent as you would expect. However, was a little bit out of our budget range. But if you're interested in our recommendation on where to stay in LA, make sure you subscribe to our channel to follow our LA series, where we'll show you an absolute gem of a hotel that perhaps you haven't even considered. We had planned to stop and have a drink here just to tick it off the bucket list. However, the weather was just too good to sit indoors, so we decided to push straight on and head to the beach. Ditched the hop-on hop-off bus at Rodeo Drive and got an Uber for speed down here to Santa Monica. We're going to go take a walk and bike road down on the pier. Now, you can get to Santa Monica on the metro system, but as most visitors stay somewhere in Hollywood, you would have to change lines via downtown, which could take some time. Best option is to just jump in an Uber, which is around $30 and takes about 20 minutes with no traffic from Hollywood. So here we are down on the boardwalk, Santa Monica Pier. You can see coming in. Usual distractions down here, but the best distraction of all is check out that beach. Even if you only have a day, you cannot come to LA without coming to the beach, especially as so close to the city. And Santa Monica, with its world famous boardwalk, epitomizes the Californian beach experience. Santa Monica has a fantastic restaurant and bar scene. So if you have the time, come off the pier and head up to Ocean Avenue, where the Uber dropped us and set just back from the beach. Now, the venues on the pier are not as polished, very touristy, and some would say not a good value for money, but you are paying for prime locations, so it would have been rude not to stop and have a little beverage and enjoy the view and the sunshine and watch the world go by. So, glorious weather, stroll along the promenade, drink, bite to eat, Now we've got to go burn it off. One of the best things to do here is just at the base of the pier. You can rent the bikes and then head up that way to Venice Beach. So let's go check it out. Now you can rent bikes on the boardwalk, however you then have to carry them down to the beach. So your best option is to head down the stairs from the pier, where you'll find many other and much quieter bike rentals. And as we cycle, the scenery changes from luxury hotels and penthouse apartments to beachfront condos and then onto the colourful and bohemian Venice Beach boardwalk. And although there are separate lanes for those on foot and those on wheels, beware these corners where the sand can make you skid quite easily, and there is also a lot of cross traffic coming off the beach. So if you're enjoying this video, make sure you check out others in our LA series. But most importantly, we please ask that you hit that like and subscribe buttons. It really goes a long way to helping support this channel and bring you even more videos like this in the future. So here we are with the beautiful people working out on the beach. Much of the workout we're getting is a little bike ride, and that's enough for us, thank you very much. And no trip to Venice Beach would be complete without a stop off at the legendary Muscle Beach. In comparison to the more polished Santa Monica, Venice Beach Boardwalk is far more rustic, with an eclectic mix of eateries, tattoo parlours and specialist shops giving it an edgy vibe. Plus locals embracing the outdoor lifestyle, with basketball courts, skate parks or just enjoying the promenade. Which reminded us it was time for us to head back from our 5-mile, 30-minute round trip, but not without one last stop at an iconic spot which you will recognise from many a music video. Now it is definitely worth taking in a stop on your way back to a shopping district that, if isn't in your itinerary, should be. The Grove and the adjoining Original Farmers Market are two contrasting retail experiences. And if you're too tired to walk at this stage, they have a double-decker trolley, a restored Boston streetcar that runs in the afternoons. And again, although we got an Uber here for speed, they do feature on the hop-on, hop-off bus red route on the loop back to Hollywood. The fountain bar here seemed a perfect spot to stop off and have a drink. And it seemed to become a bit of an unofficial man crush, with many boyfriends and husbands sitting enjoying a drink, while their partners enjoyed some uninterrupted retail therapy. And to be fair, there were worse places to while away the time. Which was understandable given the variety of upscale shopping options, with popular brands such as Gap, Coach, Banana Republic and Vans. And then for those looking to treat themselves, you'll find brands such as Nordstrom, Sephora, Michael Kors and Gucci. Plus there was a great selection of eateries, from quaint little coffee shops such as this place, through to sit-down restaurants such as The Cheesecake Factory, a regular haunt, though you might not want to overindulge here, as our next stop has an abundance of food options in which to tempt you. As crossing over from the Grove, you come into the Original Farmers Market. And just like Santa Monica and Venice Beach, these neighbours give a completely contrasting experience. Still maintaining its origins as an authentic farmers market from local producers, the site has evolved as an absolute mecca for food enthusiasts. And with a diverse range of cuisines and offerings, this is definitely somewhere you want to come hungry. You certainly won't leave that way. So if the Grove is very polished, the farmers market is very, very different and a bit more rustic, real foodie heaven. There's little food stalls, artisan places all over the place. Just the fun of it is just to have a little wander around and explore and just dive into a few little alcoves and see what we can find. Which is exactly what we did, taking a seat at the bar and just sitting and taking in the atmosphere. And although not as well known, is a must-see addition to any itinerary and a great finale to our full day of LA sightseeing. So if you've enjoyed this video, make sure you subscribe to follow our ongoing LA series, or alternatively just check out one of our other destination videos. However, thanks for watching and see you again soon.